To talk to us about corporations, a soul, and a place within the community. David Billson is a husband to 1, a father to 6, an employer of 20 in the London region, has been a local entrepreneur in the online marketing web development space for over 10 years now, and has over 16 years of experience in web development. Please welcome Dave Billson.
Thank you very much. I have to start with a standard disclaimer. I am known as the president of our attraction, but my views here represented tonight do not necessarily reflect the views of our attraction, its affiliates, customers, vendors, and some of you who are in the crowd. So I just want to start that by saying, when I started this talk and submitted the topic, it actually occurred before the Occupy Wall Street movement. And it really rethought my approach to what I was going to talk about tonight a little bit, in that people are angry, and I sense that over Twitter in the London community, and there's a lot of anger and angst, and a lot of it's pinned on these corporations. Who are these evil corporations? And we have Enron with their endless possibilities, and I submit to you that if you're willing to take pension funds and exploit them, you do have endless opportunities. So their tagline was probably absolutely correct. But what is the root of this? What allows Enron to happen? Sometimes the blame is put on the shareholders, and I absolutely agree with that. One of the things that I've come to realize about corporations is, people say the corporation exists to return money to shareholders, to value to shareholders, and oftentimes that's thought in the dollar sense. So you make a profit, return a value to the corporation in the sense of dollars and cents. But I actually did a little bit of research in preparing for this talk, and nowhere could I find any corporation defined in any legitimate thing that says corporations must make you money. So then what? I'm also a business owner. I don't think profit's bad necessarily. I think a business certainly has to have profit in order to sustain, to do what it wants to do, to take care of its employees, to grow pension funds, to grow retirement, to take care of its people. So profit isn't really a bad thing necessarily. So what is the answer? If you have to have a corporation that's looking at generating profits, how do you have this evil Enron versus where we want to be as a society and have a productive set of companies that are going out there? There are some people that have proposed the triple bottom line. I've heard a lot of companies that do that. You've got your happy dollar profit, you've got your community, you've got your staff. I've heard of the quadruple bottom line, including the environment. Sometimes it includes customers. And I don't necessarily know. I have to say that because there's a few customers in the room. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about what our story is. It started off in 2002. There's 3 of us left in the organization. There's myself out there drumming up business. We had Josh, who was rocking out and doing code. And then we had Sean, who just set up our new server farm. And then he had really nothing left to do. So he had this brilliant idea and said, why don't we give some time back to the community? So we came up with this idea, and I have to credit Sean. It was his idea initially of giving 40 hours a month to community organizations. So we thought, hey, great, we've got this free IT resource. We're not really using them. We're getting paid. So we sent out a fax. Some of you in the room may not actually know what this is, because I know this is a younger crowd, but this is actually a fax machine. So we sent out a fax through the United Way and sent it out to all their member agencies and said, hey, we have free IT support. Now, I can pretty much guarantee you if we do that today, we'd probably have a higher response rate, because we only had 2 organizations that said, yeah, we'll take you up on it. One of which was the London Epilepsy Support Center that we still support to this today. And what we said is, operationally, we're going to take IT support and risk off of your organization so that you can focus on doing the good work in the community and not whether your server is going to crash tomorrow. What happened was they gave us an award a couple years later. And when I pulled up the timesheet for how much time we gave to this organization, we only spent 16 hours in that year, and I was up in front of 450 doctors in London receiving this award on behalf of our attraction, and it made me feel good. And I was like, wow, that was really amazing, that for 16 hours of time, we impacted not just the London Epilepsy Support Center, but the people that are receiving care from them, because they didn't have to worry about their servers. And what the fascinating thing with me is, as we started to do a little bit more and more of this community, it had a magnetizing effect. And what it has done is it has attracted like-minded individuals, like-minded customers, like-minded vendors, and has created a community around our company that allows us to have talent. So when I look at my personal contributions within the company, I really only support 3 organizations for my personal time and effort. I'm on the board of Pillar Nonprofit. I support the Junior Achievement, and I spend a lot of time helping out with Tech Alliance. But organizationally, what happens is we start to support a lot more organizations. So these are some of the ones that we support corporately through our CSR initiatives. So whether it's free website hosting, free IT, donating websites, donating in-kind discounts, etc. The fascinating thing is, that's a pretty impressive list for a company of 20 people. Now we're laying on the organizations that the people in our attraction also volunteer to help. So this is the list of organizations that we sit on boards, committees. I only sit on 3. This is organizationally what happens. And then here's where the magic happens, in my opinion. The next list, these are the organizations that people who have been employed at our attraction have gone on to found, start, either before or after. I'm not taking credit, but that they have come to our organization to support us and join us. And even the Ignite event today is put on by Gavin Blair, who is an Our Traction employee. So what's amazing with that, and when I look at that list of logos up there, I'm absolutely humbled by the amount of work that we did. And it started off with one man's idea of let's give it 40 hours back to the community. So I challenge you within your corporation, whether you're a shareholder, an employee, senior leadership, figure out that way to give back to your community, and you'll find it totally impacts and changes your organization for the better. Thank you.